What if your dream gaming PC wasn't really yours? A promise of freedom, flexibility, and power, hiding a cost you never saw coming.
You've probably heard of NZXT, right? They're a huge name in PC hardware. Well, they launched a subscription service called Flex, and the promise was pretty simple: make high-end PC gaming available to everyone. But what happens when that promise starts to fall apart? A really deep investigation by the folks at Gamers Nexus uncovered this incredibly complex story, and it raises some massive questions about value, about honesty, and about what you're really signing up for when you click that subscribe button. And look, on the surface, the promise was amazing. NZXT's own website made it sound like the most flexible thing in the world. No long-term commitments, no scary contracts, just a beast of a gaming PC delivered right to your door. If you're someone who can't just drop a few $1,000s all at once, this sounds like a dream come true.
So that's really the heart of the matter here. Is this new rental model a genuine step forward for all of us? Or is it a carefully built trap that's just designed to look like a good deal? Let's dig into the evidence from that investigation, and we'll take it piece by piece.
All right, first things first, let's follow the money. Because the simplest part of this whole controversy really just boils down to the math. How much does it actually cost to rent one of these PCs?
So, how much are we talking? Well, the investigation ran the numbers, and renting NZXT's high-end Player 3 Prime PC for 5 years would set you back over $15,000. And here's the absolute kicker. After paying all of that, you own nothing. Zero. You have to send the computer right back to them.
Let's just break that down, because it's pretty wild. This table shows you just how fast the costs get out of control. In only 1 year, just 12 months, you've already paid more in rent than it would cost to just buy the machine. At the 3-year mark, you've paid enough to buy 3 of them. And at 5 years, you're getting close to the price of a brand new car for a PC you'll never even own.
And here's how the monthly payment itself stacks up. That rental fee is way higher than what you'd pay on a personal loan. And we're talking about a loan with a really high interest rate here. With the loan, you'd actually own the PC when you're done paying. With Flex, you just keep paying.
Okay, this next part is maybe the most shocking financial finding in the whole report. When they crunched all the numbers, they figured out that taking out a predatory, maybe even illegal payday loan to just buy the PC could actually be cheaper than renting from NZXT. Just let that sink in for a second.
But believe it or not, the price isn't even the whole story. Not by a long shot. The investigation uncovered another huge allegation, and this one is even more serious. The claim that customers weren't even getting the hardware they thought they were paying for.
So this is where we get into the whole bait-and-switch accusation. What the investigation found was that the parts listed for the PC you could buy were not the same as the parts in the rental version for the exact same model name. The rental PCs were allegedly being downgraded with older, cheaper parts, and nobody was being told.
And we're not talking about small changes here. These are the specific downgrades they found for the Player 2 model. The CPU was apparently swapped for a model that's 4 years older. The RAM got downgraded from speedy DDR5 to slower DDR4. Even the cooling system and the case were swapped for cheaper, less powerful versions. This is a huge drop in performance and in value.
And to make things even worse, the report claims NZXT's own website was being misleading. It was allegedly showing the exact same performance benchmarks, the same frames per second, for completely different systems, including one with a way more powerful GPU. That suggests customers were being shown performance numbers that didn't actually match the hardware they were about to rent.
Okay, so we've got a sky-high price and parts that aren't what they seem. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper. The investigation started digging into the legal document you agree to, the subscription contract itself. And what they found was, well, aggressive is putting it mildly.
You saw this all over the place. Paid influencers were telling their audiences, no contracts, no commitment, no strings attached. Sounds great, right? Well, that marketing message was a completely different story from the dense 13-page legal agreement that customers were actually signing.
An attorney who looked at this for the investigation called it something specific, a contract of adhesion. And what that basically means is, it's a non-negotiable take-it-or-leave-it deal. The company holds all the power, and you, the customer, have zero ability to change a single word.
So what's hiding in this contract? Well, get a load of this. This clause apparently gives NZXT a permanent worldwide license to use and distribute your data. The lawyer's take on this was pretty blunt. This clause is there so they can sell your data. That could potentially include anything and everything you leave on that hard drive when you send the PC back.
And no, there was more. The contract apparently said you had to return the PC in the original packaging, something almost nobody can do. It only gave you 60 days to dispute any billing mistakes, way less than typical consumer laws. And then there's this bizarre catch-22. If you get a PC and the specs are wrong, your only option is to return it unused. But how would you ever know the specs are wrong without, turning it on and using it?
So, as you can probably imagine, when this whole investigation went public, oh boy, the reaction was fast and it was furious. This wasn't just some bad review. It was a bombshell that set the entire PC gaming community on fire.
And just look at how fast everything happened. Just a couple years after getting a massive $100 million investment, the company is facing this crisis. Gamers Nexus, the channel that broke the story, immediately canceled a huge ad deal they had with them. And then, just a little while later, a class action lawsuit was filed. It even included racketeering allegations under RICO. That's a law usually used for organized crime, which just shows you how serious this is.
So with all this chaos erupting, what did NZXT do? They put out this tiny little social media post saying they were looking into the claims. And the community saw that as completely not enough, which of course just fueled even more anger online. Look, at the end of the day, this whole story is about way more than just one company or one rental program. It really plugs into this much bigger conversation we're having about the whole you will own nothing economy. It's a huge warning about transparency, about the power of fine print, and what can happen when physical products become subscription services. And that really leaves us with this big question to think about. In a future where we subscribe to our cars, our phones, maybe even our computers, who's actually in control? This whole controversy is a really sharp reminder to always read the fine print, because honestly, the future of what you own might depend on it.
In a world where everything becomes a subscription, the real question isn't what you can afford, it's what you'll actually own.